Hello beautiful people, welcome back. I'm Anna and this is a video I never thought I would make. I'm both very happy and very sad that I have to make this video in the first place, but a lot of people don't know what's going on with Cuba, and that's my home country, that's where I grew up. I left Cuba when I was 14, so I already kind of had an understanding of what was going on, and I see that in my circle. A lot of people who don't speak Spanish are not really understanding all of the posts that are going around on social media and just truly what's going on. And there's not a lot of attention from the American media on it. I know New York Times wrote a post about it, and so did Washington Post, but there's not a lot of coverage. Mainly because there's no internet in the island and there's not a lot of news that keep coming in. So I'm just gonna very quickly, in plain English, explain what's going on. Long story short, 62 years ago, Fidel Castro took power in Cuba and there's been a dictatorship ever since. The Cuban people don't get to vote for who they want to be their president. It's always being handpicked by the government, and basically we're all tired of it. And the people in my island are tired of it, and they're finally doing something. Yesterday was historic day for us. We are actually seeing for the first time protests all throughout the island. People are out on the streets defending their rights, claiming freedom for the first time in 62 years, and they're tired of being starved. They're tired of being hungry. The Cuban government has rejected offers of help. They've rejected medicine donations. Less than 15% of the population is vaccinated against COVID. A lot of people are dying. They're dying in hospitals because they just don't have access to any of the medication. They're dying of starvation because they don't have access to any of the food. All of the food that is produced in Cuba is reserved strictly for tourism and the government. The average citizen just doesn't have anything to eat. So there's a combination of hunger and misery and poverty that the people have endured for 62 years. And just yesterday, the biggest protest in the history of Cuba since it became a dictatorship in 1959 erupted, and it's amazing, and it's the most wonderful thing that can happen to a country like Cuba. So if you're like me and you're someone who's Cuban but is not in the island, someone who's been here for a long time, I feel both helpless because there's nothing I can do from here other than this, other than letting people know what's going on, other than sharing the posts. Because even if you try to donate, that money is not gonna go to the citizens. The government's gonna take ownership of it. So I don't feel comfortable donating money either. So this is the only thing I can do, but I also feel like I have to do it because so many of my friends, so many of the people in my circle just don't know what's going on. And I noticed that because I made this post on Facebook and then I shared it on my Instagram, and one of my friends responded to it and he said that my post was the first he heard of it because he always saw the stories and he saw all of the information going around, but it was all in Spanish, so he wasn't sure exactly what was going on. This is the first time in history that Cubans are fighting for their freedom since Fidel Castro took ownership, and this is why we need your help, and this is why we need your awareness. The government cut all internet in the island so that Cubans can defend themselves and can let the world know what's going on. If you speak only English and if you didn't know what was going on, and if you feel like sharing this video, feel free. This is nowhere near the content I normally share. I'm normally a lifestyle and fashion YouTuber. This is not what I do, but this is all I can do. So please be aware, please pay attention to them. Please share every time you see a hashtag SOSCUBA on a post. We need it, we really need it. I came here when I was 14 years old and I haven't had a chance to go back home. I don't know if my family is doing well right now. I don't know if they're out on the streets protesting. I don't know if they're in danger. This means a lot to us. This is a time to support us. I don't know if I'll ever be able to take my fiance home with me and introduce him to my family. This is all I can do, and I hope you guys understand now what's going on. This is pretty much a historical moment for us Cubans. So if you're being spammed with a lot of posts with SOS Cuba on your feed, just be patient. We're trying our best. This is our fight for freedom. This is something we've been waiting for the last 62 years for it to happen. Basically, Cubans are done being humiliated. Cubans are done being starved. Cubans are done being lied to. And this is proof of that. There's actually manifestations and protests everywhere in the island. Pretty much every province in the island is out on the streets fighting the government. Police are killing our people. They're arresting our people. They're even dressing as civilians to be able to surprise our people and kill them so that they don't know that they're coming. It's really, really bad. It's getting even worse. We have to do something. And if this is all you can do and sharing is all you can do, please do that. it really does help. It really lets the world know what's going on, especially in a country like Cuba that limits the information and pretty much murders any chance of freedom of expression. So please, please understand what's going on. We appreciate you. We love you. We just want to be free. We just want our own country to call home and be able to go back to and be able to visit whenever we want. This is just a cry for freedom, and this is just an explanation of what's going on if you needed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week with hopefully better news. Thank you so much.